Day 3. Never alone. Don't love money. Be satisfied with what you have. For God himself has said, I will never leave you. I will never abandon you. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. You are a new creation. Jesus Christ lives in you. Now it's important to understand that he will never, never, never leave or abandon you. We live in this imperfect world where abandonment is part of life. We're used to rejection and separation. Perhaps your father or your mother or both parents abandoned you. Maybe a wife or husband left you. Perhaps a friend or a child. For some people, it's difficult to believe there could be anyone who would never abandon them. But God is different. The moment you received Jesus into your heart, God received you as his child. And he's promised to all his children that he will never leave them or abandon them. It could be that at times you don't feel God's presence with you. But remember, we walk by faith and not by sight. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. If God has promised that he will never leave us, then he will never leave us. God does not lie. Even though at times we sin, God carries on living in us. Like any good father, he will discipline us and correct us because he loves us. This discipline can hurt, but he never rejects us. He doesn't throw us out on the street. We carry on being his children. He carries on loving us. Take a moment and think about how wonderful this truth is. God will never leave me, and God will never abandon me.